Moto 2 of Highpoint, watching Jett race, since Cirillo's having a good run, Ken Roczen was out there. There was a lot of different things going on the track, but it was the most uncomfortable I think I've ever seen Jett Lawrence on the 450 in the first, 3 to 4 races that we've done. Now, he has speed, and correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but when I watch Jett ride, he reminds me of Kevin Windham, but faster, right? Like he's smooth, he's pretty slick on what he does, but he's pretty daggone quick at the same time. That's why he's kind of won the majority of motos, all 8 motos that he's raced this outdoor season. But watching his body language, watching his composure through, he was still fast, but he never looked settled until about the last 5 to 10 minutes of that moto. Adam Cianciarulo had a really good run too. Not gonna lie, he looked pretty solid. He faded a little bit, but one could question, Ken Roczen being out there, did that put some unease into Jett Lawrence's ride? It's hard to say that it did because I don't know. Kenny's slick, and I really like watching Ken Roczen race. He's probably one of my favorite riders aside from Eli Tomac. But watching Kenny out there and kind of seeing how Jett handled that, like Kenny caught up to Jett in Moto 1, washed out after getting passed, but Kenny most definitely brought some heat for somebody who wasn't prepared for the overall race, right? Kenny wasn't really preparing for that race, so they say. Who knows? He could have been training, but I doubt that he was, right? But watching Jett at the same time run that moto, watching him pop out of ruts, watching him be a little more squirrely than he was at High Point, and then last weekend, we had a lot of talk about last weekend how that track will beat you if you don't take care of like your speed and your control over that track. Like that track will beat the rider. Jett looked smoother there than he did at High Point, so it's peculiar. It just looked like maybe something had Jett off his game. Could it have been Ken Roczen? I want to know.